guys? It's your boy John Ellie in the mix.
You already know, baby.
And we got special guest. Who it is? Mystery man. Special guest Julio.
Like, yo. Facts, mate.
What's going on? You know, the fucking guy.
Alright, we out here, we're doing a podcast, mate. A little bit different. We got a guest. Might be something that we want to keep up. Something we might want to, go forward with. Have more people coming through.
Yeah.
People we know. People that love football, mate.
Football.
You already know.
You already know. So today, topic of the day, topic of the week, topic of just football.
Topic of
right
past 2 weeks.
Yes. Champions League.
Facts. February. You already know.
First leg has been incredible. So many upsets. So many just insane amount of goals, of course.
Yo.
And just fantastic football all in all. Like let's start it off. Let's start it off with, I feel like, personally the biggest topic, PSG and Dortmund. Like we had the rundown on Haaland, and he came through with those two amazing goals, man. On a strong PSG too. Like Dortmund has been sleeping.
It's all about that. It's all about
years.
that trio though, man. With Sancho feeding like Haaland and that one other kid, which I can't recall. But it's literally like a trio, and like they make the same plays all the time, and it just works.
It works.
And I feel like that's perfect. It's almost like Messi. Like he has those little things that he does, and it gets better over time just because they keep doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Repetition.
So like that
being precise.
Like that trio, amazing, bro.
Yeah. So and I mean PSG trying to come back. Of course, Neymar trying to step up. I mean, I know he had that huge kind of controversial situation where he was going to leave PSG in the summer, and PSG fans hated him. But throughout the season, I mean, PSG fans have just been kind of like.
And you've been saying that, like, Sancho and Haaland is like the new Marco Royce
and Götze
and Lewandowski.
Yeah. Because you don't see a talent like that every so often, dude. It's generational kind of talent. Like, it's crazy. He just popped up on the scene.
You guys
did this, what's it called? The rundown. You guys did the rundown, and it's like after that, just goal after goal after goal.
Facts.
It's crazy, dude.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And we love catching players like that because, like, you might not be paying attention, off the bat because it might be hype. Like, what if it's just 1 game, 2 games that he got going? But, like, for it to keep going, bro.
Yeah, it's been consistent.
Yeah, and, like, he's tied up with Lewandowski in goals. Maybe, he is, right? Like, 10 goals in Champions League, both of them. Like, bro, that's insane. For a 19-year-old, that's insane.
That's Mbappe level. Like, Mbappe winning the World Cup at 19,
Yeah.
It's only been seen, like, probably once.
He might break the record.
Yeah, I think he can.
And the thing about PSG, they always lack in champions.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Always.
Like, they just come short
in their own league, but when it comes to champions,
but let's be real, like,
it's a farmers league.
Who cares about like the French league like that?
I mean, let's just be honest.
Only
the French.
Who they got? They got PSG,
Leon,
Marseille. Every now and then.
Monaco every now and then.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
But they're nothing outside of like France. Like, you know what I mean? Like in Champions League, you're not gonna see those teams in quarterfinals or semifinals.
I mean, just to put it into perspective, I will say PSG is the same as Juventus.
Nah.
Domestically great.
Juve has been to a final though.
Juve has been good.
I would consider them like a Man City because they kind of always get kicked out by Barcelona, like quarterfinal, like on that, like, quarterfinals like or like semifinals.
Yeah,
but they never get to the final.
I feel like Manchester City's been better than PSG because they got the money. They're similar. They got the money. They got the big players. PSG got Neymar, but City don't have no one like that. City don't have a big star player like that. They have a whole team.
They have a whole collection of players.
Consistent depth. Yeah. They have good depth.
And they got a good coach.
And they don't have the star player like that. They don't have Mbappe. They don't have Neymar. Yeah. You would think that a team like that should be at least going to the semifinals.
Yeah,
finals
like
or a finals for real. PSG. Yeah. coming up short, even with the big stars.
My comparison though is that they just haven't won anything with teams that they have and coaches that they have.
Yeah, and very soon enough, like their stars are gonna leave. Like people want Champions League, bro. Mm-hmm. Like especially like big players like that. Like Mbappe, like what's he missing? A Champions League. That's about it.
That's about it.
So like like he's soon enough about to leave to a team that can like give him that. Like
he's got the World opportunity. Cup, Yep. So why not go for the next
and Neymar same thing, man. Like Neymar since he left Barcelona went downhill.
He could have, he's going to be remembered as that player that could have been. And I hate that. I hate seeing that in players where they could have been,
There's a lot.
But I mean,
they're just great players that have not won champions.
I mean, like, we could talk about Juventus and Leon. I mean, real quickly, like, we just said that, Juventus can get up to those semifinals and those finals in the Champions League. But I mean, losing to Leon, it's kind of tough. That's kind of tough.
Leon is like Chelsea. They got a bunch of young players playing.
Yeah. And I think Ronaldo has been really, really off, man. Like in Juve, like he's not the same animal. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think he has.
The support, maybe.
I feel like it's the support. I don't think
because I feel like Juve, like defensively,
that Benzema behind
great
him.
Team. But you need to attack. Like you know what I mean? Like you need to make those goals. You need to like score. And I feel like since they probably have a lot of pressure on Ronaldo to be that guy, because that's probably why they bought him.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
There's no other reason to buy Ronaldo.
How old is he now? 34, 35?
35.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still cranking out goals every now and then. But it's not the same goals from 2 years ago at Madrid.
Yeah.
He was still 32, 31.
Yeah, and at Madrid, he had like one of the best midfielders, Modric.
They had
Kroos, dude. So he had a lot of...
Even Benzema would support him,
Yeah, so he had a lot of support coming in. So, like, making goals was definitely a lot easier than, saying at Juve. But we'll see, man.
Who's the support at Juve?
Cuadrado.
Dybala.
Higuain. I mean, that's pretty much it. Those are the big ones.
Douglas Costa.
But he's injured, But I mean, still, he would still support him. It's just not the same feed that he would get from Madrid. Madrid, I mean, he's coming from a team that's won 3 Champions League in a row.
Yeah, he downgraded for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I think for him, it was like a personal challenge.
Yeah. And I think that's good. Like, always to push yourself, be different.
Even at 35.
Change that. Yeah, 35. And you never know. There's rumors about Zidane trying to go to Juve. Like, so that would be crazy. Because Zidane will change everything up.
Yeah.
Like
he's a former Juve player.
Yeah, he always gets like, whenever he goes into a team to coach, he always gets the pass on like getting to buy whoever he wants, getting to put in whoever he wants, getting to kick out whoever he wants. Exactly. So like having that much control definitely like.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. So moving on. I mean, this one I want to talk about. I know Ellie's going to love this one. Madrid and City.
Bro.
Woo! Bro. A red card from Sergio Ramos himself. Yo. Why not? Why?
A classic.
Like a classic. Like had that. We missed it. We missed it.
It wouldn't be Ramos.
Yeah, exactly. We need to see one for the year. And he got it. New year, same me. So, so 2-1 aggregate for Madrid.
Yeah, I was watching that game at work, man.
Madrid losing at home.
At home. I'm not going to lie.
Santiago
Say what you want. Say what you want. City played a good-ass game.
They did.
They were consistent as hell. They were pressuring the whole time. And this is at Madrid's house. Like, let me tell you, like, that is not an easy feat.
That is not.
They were pressuring super hard the whole game. I remember when, like, Madrid scored their first goal. I was talking to my friend, and he's like, oh, bro, like, did you see that? I'm like, yeah. But I told him, I'm like, yo, Man City has been pressuring. It's just a matter of time before they score.
Yep.
And, like, I was thinking, like, at least a tie.
Back home.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, at least a tie would have been nice.
Mm-hmm.
But that penalty to, like, finish it off.
Yeah.
Bro.
Against Sterling. I was looking at it, too. I was like, all right, let me see.
Yeah.
And it was a legit penalty.
Yeah.
It was
and,
legit.
like, you don't see that often. Like, usually you see those calls for Madrid.
Yep.
You don't see it for the other team.
Nope.
I was excited, though.
I saw the highlights. It was, for me, it's tough. But, I mean, I would have called it, too.
Yeah.
No,
he wasn't going to reach that ball, though.
No, he wasn't.
Because he kicked that ball out.
Yeah.
He pushed it.
And then he got kicked.
He expected that penalty.
Yeah. And he got it.
Yeah.
He got it. Fair game. So
and against a good defender, too. Carvajal is, like...
Yeah. Solid, yeah.
So solid as hell. He's like a Jordi Alba. Like, I love that guy.
He is, yeah. He's the equivalent.
He's tough.
He's the other... Yeah. Since, I think a good duo for sure would be...
Balls.
If we had to put it to, like, equivalency, Jordi Alba, Carvajal, same player, just different sides. But
Nice.
either way, penalty was taken. Sterling was taken down. And fair, I think it was a fair game. Ramos, doing what Ramos does best, gets his red card and kind of... honestly, I think the refs are getting used to the point that he's just a dirty player. And he needs to be just put in line all the time now.
Honestly...
I think Ramos is just...
I have to say, like, this was probably one of the safest...
Red cards?
Yeah, like...
It was soft.
Yeah, like... All right, so, like, when he broke Salah... He didn't get a red card, bro. Like, what I'm saying is like...
It's true.
It was soft.
This red card wasn't the craziest thing I've seen from Ramos. It was actually pretty, like... I would have given him a yellow.
Maybe the refs are like...
I would have given him a yellow.
Maybe the refs are in on it. Like,
yeah.
if you guys... If Ramos does this, man, just give him a red card. Just play it out.
He has that reputation.
I'll be honest. I would have given him a yellow card because that was pretty soft. That was not some insane like, oh, he was going to like knife him up. Like, nah, like it was a challenge from the back, things like that. Wow. But like it wasn't that bad. Like he didn't end the dude's career. Like, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because when he did end, almost ended like, Salah's Champions League career with Liverpool, like, He got like a yellow or something. I totally
forgot he got a yellow for that.
Yeah, that was
unacceptable.
Yeah, like that was
because you broke somebody. You hurt somebody. You injured somebody. I feel like as a player, if you get hurt by another player, I think like physically hurt, like where you can't play no more.
That's a red.
That deserves a red.
Yeah,
I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
like
that's tough.
We seen reds where it's like someone gets their leg broken. We seen of course those are of course reds.
Yeah,
but then. I know when it comes to like minor injuries, I still think it counts as red because the player can't play.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if I'm going to lose a player, you're going to lose a player.
Yeah. And like before we started filming, we were talking a little bit about it. And, who do they bring up a good point? Man City chokes.
They do choke.
Choke City, bro. Especially in Champions League.
Especially like,
Omega.
Was it last year that they choked pretty hard? I can't remember. It was like a semifinal. Yeah, it was like a semifinal that they had. I believe it was.
They didn't go to no semifinal.
No?
Not in Champions League.
No, not yet. Was it a quarterfinal? I can't remember who it was.
But they
had, it
usually happens.
It was a semifinal.
It was, I'm telling you, it was a semifinal.
Because it was all English. It was English.
Oh, yeah.
Tottenham.
City.
Spurs. Liverpool, and who else?
Spurs.
No, I already said
Spurs.
Oh yeah.
Tottenham.
Barca?
City.
Barca?
Yeah, it was like all like.
Yeah, it was Barca.
Majority,
Barca choked hard against Spurs.
We have the internet.
Yeah. It was three English teams.
3 English teams.
And then Barca.
And Barca.
I think
against Spurs, and they choked really hard because they did one of like the biggest comebacks, didn't they?
They choked Liverpool.
It was Liverpool. Oh yeah, they did.
Liverpool versus Barca.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's 3-0. And then
that game,
the return leg 4-0. Liverpool won.
That's right.
Then Man City choked against Tottenham.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes. It was.
Honestly,
yes,
that was it. Because there's no way Tottenham was gonna beat Liverpool. Let's be honest. Like that game was. That was a champions boring. That was a champions for Liverpool.
Liverpool. Honestly, Liverpool should have won it the year before, but the whole Ramos situation.
Yeah.
But, the past is the past. Liverpool got their thing.
Past, baby.
And so, right now, City has the advantage.
Yeah, and it's looking rough. It's looking rough for Madrid. Especially losing at home, that's not...
Now they have to win by 2.
Yeah.
Because they, again, City has the advantage.
And I doubt City will, like, take Madrid for granted. You know what I mean? Like, Madrid is one of those teams that, like...
I have a feeling, though.
People will go after you no matter what.
I have a feeling Madrid might pull it off.
And it's a 2-1. So like, it's a 2-1. Like, it's not something that, like, oh, they're up ahead by a shit ton. It's like, they're literally up ahead by, like, maybe a goal.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, not just by a goal. Bayern versus Chelsea. 3-0. Chelsea with the red card.
Yo, Bayern is one of those teams that, like, every so often... They just have a nasty run. Yeah. Like, Bayern is that team that, like, when they got it right, they have it right. Like, Germans are known for that. Like, once they have a system, they run that system perfect.
Efficient.
Like, yo, like, dead ass. Like, once they have a system, like, no matter what you look at, like, you could look at, like, fucking Formula 1 and stuff like that, if you want to make a good comparison, where, like, Mercedes-Benz, with a German background and everything, has won like 6 of the past Formula One World Championships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same thing with like Bayern. When Bayern goes on a good run for champions, bro, they literally go for like a perfect run. Like they go for that. Like ain't nobody close to us and things like that. But they kind of end up short.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. We've seen it before. Yeah. You know, the loss against Chelsea in 2012 or 2013, excuse me if I have it incorrectly. But and then, I mean, besides the final against Dortmund, Bayern has been an efficient team for years. It's just that they can't reach that top level again. Yeah, you know, since they've won it. Yeah, but I mean, we know them as Bayern. They're still feared. Yeah,
their run team right now is insane. Like they're destroying every team. Like,
let's talk about Chelsea though. Chelsea playing with all youngsters, and with Frank Lampard as their coach.
I honestly haven't been up to date with Chelsea. Chelsea has been just kind of, for me personally, like I've just been sleeping on them. Like I know about Tommy Abraham. I know we did that video on him.
Yeah, Tommy Abraham.
I mean, I thought Tommy would come out a little bit more, but he kind of lagged after,
They're young, for sure. Young. And I mean, it shouldn't be an excuse with like, PSG having a youngster and then Dortmund having young stars and they're doing amazing too. Yeah, yeah. But
these are academy players, though.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know, man. Premier League right now is just Liverpool, bro. Like, they're literally up, like, 27 points. I don't even know.
All I know now is Gnabry scored 2 goals. And
Gnabry's on fire.
Is he ex-Arsenal?
He's ex-something.
He's ex-Arsenal, for sure.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's ex. But, I mean, either way, we need to do a rundown on him. But that's for later.
Facts.
But I mean 3-0, I don't know. I don't think Chelsea's coming back. I'm just gonna
Chelsea ain't coming back.
And then of course we do want to mention Tottenham and Leipzig. That's the team that Haaland actually came from. There was an upset there, 1-0. I mean, Tottenham, not a bad team in England right now, but that's still kind of unfortunate, especially after being in a final the year before. Yeah. And then I do want to mention Atalanta and Valencia, which is a crazy upset, 4-1 to the Italian team. I mean, Atalanta has been on fire for the last 2 years. I mean, I don't know the players personally, but I know I've kept up with the team, and I mean, they're doing great right now. I believe they're top 5 in the league. And I mean, Valencia, like, honestly, like when I was telling Ellie a little bit before the video started, it seems like there's a fall of the Spanish, like this fall of the Spanish teams. It's coming, like, or it's already here, and it's. I mean, I feel like every generation or every like 5 years, there are like teams from a certain country that are just prominent, Yeah. And I feel like the Spanish, I guess, legacy is kind of coming, down. Yeah. So I mean, 4-1, it is what it is, and
But the thing about Barcelona and Real Madrid is that like they always like as in like Spanish soccer, like they always have like an off year where like maybe Bayern wins it, maybe Chelsea wins it, like every so often. Yeah. But then they come back. Yeah. And they get reformed and like they end up like because the thing about like those teams is like they have the way they play and they have like their history, kind of like. Something that like they have like the best foundation. They just need to get the players in. They need to get the right chemistry in. Yep. So they might have a whole year where like, they're just trying to find those players to like come in and make the team again. But their foundation is so good that like, once you do find those like teammates, once you do have that chemistry, they're back on it and they're back on top. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing about Spain right now, like, because they've been up for like a decade plus now.
They have. They really have been.
You know what I mean? So
they have been.
And it's always like that where like they might have that 1 year where like they get swamped and like, the other teams are just like way better. They probably got better plays.
But they always come back.
They got better plays, but they always come back because all they need is like just some players to come in and they already got the foundation, especially Barcelona, the way they play with the tiki-taka, like that's, a foundational stepstone. Real Madrid with their like counterattack, that's their foundation. Step, like that's their foundation. So like, I think what's going on in Barca is just the right players haven't came in, and in Real Madrid the same thing. The right players have not come in. You know what I mean? Like they have been having like drama with Bale. They have been having drama with like players like Benzema not performing to the 100% after Ronaldo left and having to fill in that hole.
You can't fill that gap.
Yeah, like that's insane. Like there's no way Benzema would ever come up and be like on Ronaldo's level.
Let's just
be realistic.
And I mean, just getting to the meat of the podcast, talking about Spanish teams. Let's talk about it. Napoli and Barcelona 1-1. A Napoli that's, I mean, I feel like they've been experienced for years. They have they have the same players. I mean, key players like Insigne and I can't remember the other one. I just said it. Mertens
OP.
Mertens, Callejon
OP.
Ex Madrid. I'm trying to remember more names, but at the moment just can't. But Chucky Lozano. Where's he been?
Fast, bro.
He ain't been playing too much.
He hasn't been playing.
Not Champions League.
And of course with a new coach, Gattuso.
Yeah.
I mean, a player who's coach who's unexperienced in Champions League. Like in total, he's coming from a Milan that hasn't been in Champions League.
But I feel like those are the best coaches. Like,
but he does bring,
because I feel like sometimes when you're not
to the team,
when you're not that experienced, or like you don't know, like something else comes into play, and that's like, can you teach? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let's put Dortmund's coach, now Liverpool's coach, Klopp. You know what I mean? Like not that he was ever like the best player, but like he has something that he can teach.
Yeah.
You know, Simeone, same thing. Like he can teach. Maybe not the most experienced player, but he can teach. Guardiola was the same thing. Like, who was Guardiola, bro? Like,
he wasn't like a
he
wasn't like a key player. He wasn't like,
but he can teach. Like, that's the thing about like these coaches.
So Gattuso could be that bad.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And we've seen it before. He's brought grit to a team.
Like the only player that has like kind of transformed into like an amazing coach is probably Zidane.
So from a great player,
to like from a great player to a great coach.
I mean, studying under Ancelotti. I mean,
and he's like,
how not?
You know, and I think with him it's like more the presence that he brings in,
Cruyff
like
was that
being
too.
like being like Zidane, like being who he is. You know, like it brings in like something else. It brings like a kind of like a glory, like, you know, like a extra energy that the players really need, and they could feel like they could trust that because they're like, yo, this guy has done it all. I trust what he's saying, so like everybody believes in you.
Like Cruyff. Yeah, that's another example. Cruyff was a great player and a great coach. Yeah. He's the one that he founded the tiki taka.
Yeah,
you know?
And I feel like, you know, maybe players that become coaches that are not that experienced, like they kind of believe in the players so much that they make you feel better. They probably have better communication, better understanding. They could probably come down to like a lower level player and be like, yo, you know, I've been there, I've done that, it's okay, like just keep going, you know, like
bring them up.
Yeah, bring them up, you know what I mean? And like I feel like if you're Zidane, you're probably not messing with those kids. You want the best of the best, and you want like the epitome. Like you don't have any of that like mercy, you know what I mean? Like you're like, nah, bro, like if you ain't with it, get out. And that's Zidane. Like he expects the best because he's the best, you know, like that's his mentality. Like that's what he like is on. That's his motor, you know.
So you think Gattuso could bring something new to to soccer, to football in general? And I believe that. Yeah, grit. I think just love for the team, love for the shirt, and I mean, again, Barcelona, Napoli 1-1. Barcelona with the red card. I mean, a little shaky. Where did they play? And
I think
where did they play at Barca?
No, they played at Napoli, and Piqué almost got injured, but he's good. Like he actually came out pretty good. Like he looked like he was injured. Came out pretty good. He's going to be playing in the Clásico today. Today's Sunday for us. So, yeah.
What do you think? Barca
good Champions League. Yeah, no, of course. Like, when they go back to the Camp Nou, like...
Now, if Napoli can do an upset...
If Napoli does an upset, which...
I feel like Gattuso's
I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to lie. Barcelona can get pretty shaky in the back end. Their defense has never been like something of like quality, except for when Puyol was there. And at that point, you know, you had like Puyol, which was a good leader, and that midfield with Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets
and combo was
great. That like you probably couldn't even get through the midfield. Bro, you had Iniesta, you had Xavi, you had Busquets. Bro, like that's
the midfield was amazing.
Bro, that's perfection. That midfield was insane.
And the thing is too, when you had the defense like Puyol and Piqué, they had a good combo. Yeah, Piqué learned a lot from Puyol.
Piqué is like, you know, like the... how would you say? The protege? Like the...
Here's the best part. Puyol and Piqué, let's say one of them's out, you have Mascherano. And
Mascherano was nasty,
was nasty.
Yeah, he was dirty as hell.
But now, I mean, Barca doesn't have that.
And they had Dani Alves too with Jordi Alba. That was pretty nice.
We don't have that no more.
Yeah, the defense is always a thing.
And Abidal, remember him?
Yeah, Abidal, yeah.
So,
the defense was like, after Puyol left, everything started breaking down a little bit.
For the defense.
And honestly, one of the buys that I regret from Barcelona not actually going through it is De Ligt. bro.
Yeah.
Young captain from Ajax, like that would have been perfect.
He would have been.
That would have been perfect.
He would have learned,
and he would have been having that chemistry with De Jong. You know, both of them being from like the same place, having that communication. A good midfielder, by the way, with a great defender, That's like true. Captain coming up. You know, maybe Piqué might not be the best like defender in the world, but maybe the same thing like what we were talking about. Maybe he can teach.
Yeah.
Maybe he could communicate better. You know what I mean?
Sense.
Yeah. So like that would have been like a great matchup. Like you know. I get, like Julio said, like, I understand, like, De Ligt going to Juve, going to, like, an Italian side that, like, is more experienced with defenders and getting that experience. But I just feel like the impact, you know, that he would have had at Barcelona would have been seen more because Barcelona is not necessarily the best defending club, you know?
Right.
They're just an attacking club.
Right. I mean, yeah.
So, you know...
With the best
at Juve, you might not see De Ligt like that because he's learning from the best, and like you know, he has challenges. He has like people that he has to compete with that are like really good.
Solid defense.
Yeah. So at Barcelona, I feel like you would have probably seen a little bit more De Ligt just because they would have been counting on him to be the next thing.
Yeah. Who would he have replaced? Lenglet, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would have been easy.
Yeah.
It would have been
but here's the thing. I mean, we can hope for the future. We can say, hey, you know what? Barca's been observing De Ligt for a while. And probably in the next 2 years, they say, all right, I think they feel like he's ready and we can pick him up.
Yeah. He's going to be expensive.
He is going to be expensive.
Yeah, and then Barca was so tunnel vision on getting like Neymar. And I'm like, bro, like, we don't need Neymar.
Let's just,
let's be real. Like, we don't need Neymar.
They want that, I can't remember. MSN?
Yeah.
Messi, Suarez.
But Suarez about
they want that
too.
because, you know, that's what got them to champions. Or that's what got them to the Champions League trophy. Yeah, that's cool, you know. But don't get me wrong. I mean, if Neymar were to come back, will it be the same at MSN? That's my question. Because you got an older Suarez. You got an older Messi. You still have a young, and I don't know if he's in prime yet, but prime Neymar, I don't know.
I mean, Neymar's still young as hell.
Yeah, like what, 26, 27? Yeah, so he's in his prime. But I mean,
not even. Like, he's getting to his prime. Like,
there you go. But are you getting the same, like, will you be receiving the same from Messi? Will you be receiving the same from Suarez? Will you be playing with the same Suarez and Messi you played with 5 years ago?
I could see it going good, though, because, I mean, I feel like Messi would probably take that back step where, like, he'll, like, start chilling out a little bit and, like, making more thoughtful plays where, like, he's not exerting so much energy and kind of, like, saving himself and feeding probably Neymar.
Like a Xavi type.
Mm-hmm. Like, you know, going back into that, like, that'd be great. Yeah. I would love to see that because, like...
We can see that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Dude, Messi... Not only can he shoot, score, get through people, but his vision
is
insane. And he got taught by like some of the best people, bro.
I mean, you playing with
Ronaldinho, Xavi, like Iniesta, like Busquets. Yeah. You know, like I want to say Rakitic, a great midfielder, bro. I love that kid.
Yeah.
I love that kid.
He's amazing.
So like, I don't know, man.
And then just for the big one that everyone's pretty much talking about, Atletico and Liverpool. Liverpool have been an amazing team for the last 2 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
And Salah himself, I mean, I didn't want him to become that 1 year wonder, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But no, he came back, gave it another year.
Yep.
So Atletico beat Liverpool in the first leg, and honestly, sloppy goal.
And there's talks about like, you know, people like Mane going to Barcelona too. Or like Mane leaving. And I think that three up top, the Mane, Firmino, and Salah has been like perfect like combo.
Perfect.
Deadly.
Honestly too, you know, being the champion and coming back into it, everybody's going for your head. Everybody's going in there like wanting to take you out. That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure.
And as we see it, like Barcelona gets played like this all the time where they park the bus really hard because, you know, they're a very good passing team and they're pretty fast at that. And Liverpool kind of plays the same way a little bit, like where they have really good passes. They're fast as hell. Mm-hmm. And Atletico,
they're intense.
They set back and they're defensive as hell, bro. Like the most defensive Spanish team for sure.
Yeah.
Like Atletico has always been that team where like you cannot score like that. If they lose, they probably lose by 1 goal.
And the crazy thing is they've lost key like defenders.
Yeah, but they always defend. Like I don't know what they drink or what they do.
You said earlier, Simeone.
Yeah, Simeone is just like
they do.
And
they're very square.
They're very
yeah.
They're together. They're they're balanced.
So Atletico is not a team to get rocked. You know what I mean? They're not a team to get like scored on like 4-0, 3-0. Like they're a team that probably gets beat by 1 goal.
Yeah.
And that 1 goal that they scored away, you know, that could count.
That could count. Just now it's going to be played at the Anfield, and Liverpool. Liverpool's going to go all out. This is they want to defend. They're defending the Premier League. Right now they're about to defend the next their Champions League reign. I mean, and they have a lot of pressure on right now.
And I'm not gonna lie, the only team that could beat Atletico like that is probably Madrid.
Yep.
As weird as it is, I don't know why. Like
they
just have that kryptonite, man.
Yeah,
they have that curse.
Atletico and Barca.
They always clash.
They always clash good, but Madrid always beats Atletico.
Always. It's like a Bayern Dortmund almost.
It's a sorry situation.
And we're probably gonna see that this year too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
A Bayern Dortmund
final?
Or not even final, but like just, either semi-final, quarterfinal even. Yeah.
It's gonna be insane,
and that's another team that gets beat by like Bayern, like that gets beat by like Dortmund always gets beat by Bayern somehow. Like I don't know what it is, like the little brother or something. Same thing with like Madrid and Atletico Madrid. That's the little brother.
You know what? Let's see the little brothers at it this year.
Yeah,
let's see Atletico and Dortmund at it this year. I would love to see that. That would be amazing.
That'd be sick because that's a very attacking heavy team versus a very defensive team.
Or maybe a Liverpool versus Dortmund. Jurgen Klopp seeing his old team again. Of course, a lot of players gone now, but you still have Royce, you still have Götze, you still have Pesic, the right back. Yeah. So
you still have good players. For Dortmund.
But I mean, this is the last week's Champions League week. I mean, it's been amazing. It's been great. A lot of young players coming up. Gnabry, Haaland.
Yep. I mean, and a lot of interesting results. Like unexpected as hell.
Atalanta, Valencia.
Yeah.
That's just whoa.
Man City versus Madrid.
Dortmund, Bayern versus Chelsea, 3-0.
Yep. So the Dortmund versus PSG, crazy.
Yeah, 2-1. It's just been insane.
Yeah.
It's been insane.
And it is for toss up, you know what I mean? And like honestly, I do feel like Liverpool could come back and like
I think they can.
Yeah.
I think they will.
Yeah.
I think they will.
But I would not be surprised at seeing Atletico just
take it.
Yeah, like no goal game, like Atletico is determined. Like
they are.
Once they start defending, bro, like you probably have
they deserve a Champions League.
Yeah, you probably only have the last 5 minutes of the game on that extra time to score your goal. That's Atletico.
If I have to,
because they always crack like at the last minutes, but like bro, at that point you're so tired. The game has been running for how long? Like. You could attack all you want, but like they're just a wall.
I'm just gonna put my predictions on who's going through. I'm not gonna say the goals, but I feel like Liverpool's gonna come back.
Okay.
When it comes to Dortmund and PSG, I feel that Dortmund's gonna take it. Atalanta Valencia, I feel like that's already given. Tottenham and Leipzig, I'm gonna say Tottenham may come back with it. We'll see. Bayern Chelsea, sorry, Bayern's taking it. Bayern. I'm sorry. Napoli Barca.
I'm gonna say Barca. Yeah, because they're going back to Barca's home.
They're capped now, yeah. I'm gonna say Barca. Leon Juventus. 1-0.
Juve got it. They got Mr. Champions League, dude.
They do. And Ronaldo loves that pressure. And Ronaldo's gonna be pissed off.
Ronaldo thrives on pressure. Dude.
He's pissed. He's gonna be pissed off. He hates, like, if you're gonna talk about a player that hates when he's not producing or where he's not like doing good, that's Ronaldo.
Let's talk about last year. Atletico 3-0, Juventus. We came back. Who scored the hat trick?
Yeah. Ronaldo, bro.
Yeah. I'm going to say Leon. Real Madrid and Manchester City.
Oof.
Real Madrid for me.
City.
I'm going to say City, bro.
I'm sorry.
And they're going back to City, baby. Choke City, don't let me down.
Don't choke City, don't. But guys, this is the Rundown Podcast. It's your boy Joan. Ellie in the mix. Special guest, mystery man, Julio.
Yep.
Please, by the way, let us know. Comment below. What do you think? Who's going to come through? Who's not going to come through? Who's going to score? Just give us everything. Give me any prediction you want. And please, if you guys think we need to see a player that we haven't seen before, comment below. Let us know. Like, comment, and subscribe to your boys. Every video every Thursday. And thank you guys for watching.
Yep.